In the far edge of the galaxy there was a colony where humans and aliens lived together. The colony was bright, full of machines, schools, and families. But not everyone belonged. Not everyone was loved. Among the children of the colony was a little alien girl. She was different from the others. Her skin glowed faint blue, as if stars lived under her skin. Her body was thin, weak, and always shaking. Many said she was sick. Some even whispered she carried a curse every day at school. She sat alone. The other children laughed and pointed. They said she was dangerous. They said if you touched her, you would fall sick too. The girl lowered her head and stayed silent. She wanted to cry, but no one cared for her tears. When she walked through the colony streets, adults pulled their children away. They shut their doors. They whispered behind her back. No one wanted to sit near her. No one wanted to share food. Even the teachers gave her strange looks. She was always the outcast, but, deep inside her glowing eyes, she carried a sadness too heavy for a child. She wanted one simple thing. She wanted a friend. Just one friend who would not run from her. But in the cold metal walls of the colony, friendship was something she could not find. One evening, while the colony prepared for a new arrival, the girl stood in the shadows. She watched a spaceship land. 2 boys stepped out. They were human brothers from Earth, sent with their family to join the colony. They looked around with curious eyes. They were new. They did not know the whispers. They did not know the cruel stories. The brothers were twins, both wearing bright white suits. Their faces were full of wonder. For them, everything was new. The strange lights, the alien faces, the smell of the air. They laughed and pointed at the stars above. But then, their eyes fell on her. The alien girl stood alone near the corner. Her small hands were trembling. Her glow was faint tonight. She hoped they would not notice her. She hoped they would not stare. But the human brothers stopped walking. They looked at her with surprise, not with fear. "Who is she?" the younger brother whispered, his eyes wide with curiosity. "She looks different," said the older one. The adults quickly pulled the brothers away. "Stay away from her," they warned. "She is sick. She is cursed." The voices were sharp, almost angry. The brothers nodded politely, but their eyes kept turning back. That night, the alien girl sat alone in her small metal room. The walls were bare. Her bed was cold. She held her knees close and whispered to herself, "Why am I always alone? Why can't anyone see me?" Her voice broke, but no one came. No one answered. The next day at the learning hall, the brothers saw her again. She sat in the far corner, reading from her small screen. The children laughed at her glowing hands. They threw paper pieces. One child shouted, "Stay away, she will make you sick." The girl did not look up. She pressed her glowing hands against the screen and stayed silent. She had learned long ago that fighting back only brought more pain, but this time, something was different. The brothers watched. Their human hearts felt heavy. They had seen unfairness before on Earth, but this was cruel. Why was everyone treating her like this? She was just a child, like them. At lunch, when all the children sat in groups, the girl sat alone again. Her small plate untouched. The food looked cold. Her eyes stayed down. She wished someone, anyone, would sit near her, but no one came. Then she heard footsteps. The 2 human brothers walked toward her table. Everyone else went silent. The room froze. Children whispered, "What are they doing? Don't they know she is sick?" The girl's heart beat fast. She wanted to tell them to stop, to go away. She did not want them to suffer because of her. But before she could speak, the older brother sat down. Then the younger brother followed. "Hello?" said the older one, with a small smile. "I'm Leo. This is my brother, Sam." The girl blinked, her lips parted. She had not heard a kind word in so long, she almost forgot how to answer. I am Lyra," she whispered, her voice shaking. The younger brother leaned closer, his eyes full of curiosity. Why do you sit alone? Lyra looked down. Her glowing hands trembled. Because no one wants me near, she said softly. Why not? Sam asked. They think I am sick. They think I am cursed. The brothers exchanged a look. They did not see a monster. They did not see a curse. They only saw a lonely girl. For the first time, Lyra felt something strange. It was small, almost like a spark inside her heart. Could it be hope? But just as she lifted her eyes to thank them, a sharp voice filled the hall. One of the teachers shouted, "Leo, Sam, get away from her this instant." The room echoed with fear and anger. Everyone's eyes burned into the brothers. The boys froze. Lyra's glow flickered nervously. Her breath came fast. Her secret was about to be discovered. A secret even she did not fully understand yet, and that secret would change everything. The warning in the learning hall still echoed in the brothers' ears. The teacher's voice had been sharp, full of fear. "Stay away from her," he had said. Everyone in the room had stared at them as if they had done something forbidden. But Leo and Sam were not like the others. They had grown up on Earth, where they learned that being different was not always wrong. They remembered the lonely faces of children back home who had no friends and how cruel silence could feel. That night, as they sat in their new room inside the colony, they could not forget the glowing girl. Why did everyone look so scared of her? Sam whispered, staring at the ceiling. "I don't know," Leo replied. "But did you see her eyes? She looked so sad." "Do you think she is really sick?" Sam asked. Leo shook his head. "No, I don't think so. People fear what they don't understand." The colony lights dimmed for sleep hours. Machines hummed softly in the background, but the brothers stayed awake. In their hearts, they knew they could not ignore her. They had to find out who she really was. The next day, the learning hall was buzzing again. The brothers noticed that the alien girl, Lyra, was sitting in the same corner, quiet, hidden. Her plate was half empty, untouched. The others still avoided her like she carried poison. Leo leaned close to Sam. "Let's sit with her again." Sam hesitated. "But what if we get in trouble?" "Then we get in trouble," Leo whispered back. "She needs someone, and I don't care what they say." The brothers carried their trays and walked toward her. Once again, the room fell silent. Children whispered, "They're doing it again." Teachers frowned but said nothing. Lyra's glowing hands froze when she saw them. Her wide eyes looked afraid. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered. Her voice was soft, almost begging. "We want to," Sam said firmly, sitting down beside her. Leo nodded. "We don't believe what they say." For the first time, a flicker of surprise crossed her face. She looked between the two boys, searching for signs of mockery, but there was none. Only warmth. "Why?" she asked. "Why? Are you not afraid?" "Because you never hurt us," Leo answered. "You never even spoke until we did. How can you be dangerous?" Sam leaned closer. "They say you're sick, but you don't look sick. You just look lonely." Her glowing fingers tightened. Around her cup she wanted to believe them, but fear pressed against her heart. "If you stay near me, they will hate you too," she whispered. "Let them," Sam said boldly. "We don't care." Those words struck something deep inside. Lyra. Her chest ached, but this ache was different from before. It was warm, strange, almost like the spark of trust, but the moment did not last. Suddenly, another child stood up and shouted across the hall, "Look at them! They're touching her! They'll get cursed too!" The entire hall filled with noise. Some children laughed, others shouted warnings. The teachers rushed forward, pulling the brothers away again. "This is your last warning," one teacher snapped. "You must not go near her." Leo's eyes narrowed. "Why not? What are you so afraid of?" The teacher's face darkened, but he did not answer. He only ordered them back to their seats. The day ended, but the questions in the brothers' minds only grew stronger. That evening, as they walked home, they saw Lyra walking alone through the colony street. The cold lights reflected off her glowing skin. She looked smaller than ever, her steps slow, her shoulders heavy. "Leo," Sam whispered. "She's crying." They stopped, hidden behind a wall, watching her. She wiped her glowing tears with trembling hands. No one stopped to comfort her. No one even looked. It was as if the whole colony had decided she didn't exist. Leo clenched his fists. "I can't watch this anymore. We need to talk to her properly, away from everyone else." "But how?" Sam asked. "We'll find a way," Leo said, determination in his voice. Later that night, when the colony fell silent, the brothers slipped out of their room. Their footsteps echoed softly in the metal corridors. They searched until they reached the old storage bay, and there she was, Lyra, sitting on the floor, hugging her knees, her glow faint like a dying star. When she saw them, she gasped, "Why are you here? You will get in trouble, please go." But Leo shook his head. "We don't care about trouble." Sam stepped forward, his voice gentle. "We want to know the truth, Lyra. Are you really sick?" Her lips trembled. She looked down at her glowing hands. I don't know. I only know that when people touch me, strange things happen." "What things?" Leo asked, her eyes filled with fear. "Things I cannot control. Sometimes lights flicker. Sometimes people feel a shock. I don't want to hurt anyone." The brothers listened. Their fear did not rise. Instead, their curiosity grew. They understood now. She was not sick. She was different. Something the colony did not want to accept. "Lyra," Leo said softly. "Maybe you're not cursed. Maybe you're special." Her eyes widened. "Special?" "Yes," Sam nodded. "Maybe you have something no one else does." For a moment, silence filled the storage bay. The only sound was the low hum of the colony engines. Lyra looked at the brothers, her heart racing. No one had ever spoken to her this way. But before she could answer, a sharp sound echoed through the hall. Heavy footsteps approached, voices called out, "Who's there? Show yourselves!" The brothers froze. Lyra's glow brightened in panic. If they were caught, everything would get worse. Leo grabbed her hand without thinking. "Come on." The moment his skin touched hers, a shock of blue light burst around them. The walls lit up as if stars had been trapped inside. Sam's eyes widened in awe. Lyra gasped. Her secret was revealed, and from that moment, nothing would ever be the same again. The storage bay was dark, lit only by faint yellow lamps. But when Leo grabbed Lyra's hand, everything changed. Blue light burst around them like a wave of stars. The walls glowed, shadows danced, and the air hummed with strange energy. Sam stumbled back, his mouth wide open. "Leo, look!" Leo stared at his own hand. It was glowing blue where it touched Lyra's skin. Lines of light crawled up his arm like living fire. But it did not hurt. Instead, it felt warm, calm, almost alive. Lyra's eyes widened in fear. "No, let go. You'll get sick." But Leo shook his head. "I'm not sick, I feel strong." His voice was steady, but his heart raced with shock. Sam reached out, grabbing Lyra's other hand. Instantly, the same blue light spread across his arm, his eyes filled with wonder. "It feels like the stars are inside me," whispered. Lyra trembled. Her glowing tears fell. "It's happening again. This is why everyone fears me. This is why they say I'm cursed." "But it's not a curse," Leo said firmly. It's something else." The air around them crackled. The old machines in the storage bay suddenly flickered to life. Long dead screens lit up. Rusted engines hummed. For a moment, the whole bay felt alive again, powered by the strange light. Sam looked around in awe. "You did this?" "No," Lyra whispered, shaking her head. "We did this together." The brothers exchanged a glance. Their hearts pounded with excitement and fear. What was she? How could a small girl hold so much power? Suddenly, the heavy footsteps echoed. Again, colony guards entered the storage bay. Their flashlights cut through the glowing haze. "What's going on here?" one guard shouted. The brothers quickly let go. The blue light faded. The machines went silent. Lyra's glow dimmed back to faint, weak blue. guards scanned the room. Their eyes fell on the girl. "You!" One of them barked. "What did you do?" Lyra lowered her head, silent, trembling. "It wasn't her fault," Leo shouted, stepping forward. Sam added, "It was us too. We touched her and—" "Enough," the guard snapped. "Do you want to risk the whole colony? Do you want to spread her sickness?" Before they could argue, the guards pushed them apart. One guard grabbed Lyra roughly by the arm. "You don't belong here," he muttered. "One day your curse will kill us all." Lyra cried out softly, her glow flickering like a candle in the wind. The brothers tried to protest, but the guards shoved them back. That night, the brothers could not sleep. The image of her glowing tears burned in their minds. "Leo," Sam whispered. "She's not cursed, she's something else. We saw it." Leo nodded. "They're hiding the truth. The colony fears her, but why? What are they not telling us?" The next day, rumors spread across the learning hall. Children whispered about the glowing explosion. In the storage bay, some said Lyra had attacked the brothers. Others said she tried to poison them. Fear grew, and the girl was shunned even more. But Leo and Sam knew the truth. They saw the light. They felt the warmth. It was not poison. It was power. When classes ended, the brothers searched for her again. They found her outside, sitting by the cold metal walls, her knees pulled close, her glow faint. "Lyra," Leo called softly. She looked up, her eyes red from crying. "Why are you here? Don't you see? If you stay with me, everyone will hate you." "Then let them hate us," Sam said boldly. "We don't care about them." She shook her head. "You don't understand. My power is dangerous. It grows stronger every day. I can't control it. I hurt people." "No," Leo said gently, kneeling beside her. "You didn't hurt us. You showed us something incredible." Sam nodded. "You're not sick. You're special." Her lips trembled. "No one has ever called me that before." "Then hear it now," Leo said firmly. "You are special, Lyra, and we're not leaving you." For a brief moment, her eyes filled with something she had not felt in years. Hope. She almost smiled. But then a loud siren cut through the air. Red lights flashed along the colony walls. A voice boomed through the speakers. "Attention!" Energy surge detected near the storage bay. All citizens returned to quarters immediately. The brothers looked around in shock. People were running, shouting. The colony machines flickered, lights dimmed and flared. "It's happening again," Lyra whispered, her glow pulsing. Her small body shook. "It's me, I can't stop it." Leo grabbed her hand. "Then we'll stop it together." Sam added, "We won't let them take you away, not now." The ground rumbled, lights burst, and shattered. The colony shook as if an unseen storm had awakened. The brothers held on to her glowing hands, their hearts racing, and then silence. The lights stabilized. The shaking stopped. The sirens went quiet. The brothers looked around, stunned. The entire colony had gone dark. Only one light remained. The faint, glowing figure of the alien girl, Lyra. And in that darkness, everyone finally saw her, not as a cursed child, but as something else entirely. Something powerful, something feared. The brothers held her hands tightly, refusing to let go. But the question hung heavy in the air. What would the colony do now? That her secret was revealed? The colony was silent. Every machine, every lamp, every screen had gone dark. Only one light remained. The faint blue glow of the alien girl, Lyra. She stood trembling, her hands still in the grip of the two human brothers. People stepped out of their rooms. Fear filled their faces. Mothers pulled children back. Guards raised their weapons. All eyes were on her. "She did this," a man shouted. "She shut down the colony." "She's dangerous," another cried. Lyra's glow flickered nervously. "I didn't mean to," she whispered. Her voice was barely a breath. "I can't control it." "Liar," someone yelled. "She's cursed." The guards pushed through the crowd, their flashlights. landed on her. "Step away from the girl," one ordered, pointing at Leo and Sam. But the brothers refused. Leo held her hand tighter. "She didn't hurt us," he shouted. "She saved us." "Saved you? She almost destroyed us." The guard snapped. "Look around, boy, the whole colony is dark," the crowd murmured. Some people shouted to lock her up. Others demanded she be sent away. Fear spread like fire through dry grass. Lyra shook her head, her eyes wet. "Please. I don't want this. I never wanted this." Her glow dimmed as, if shame itself was swallowing her light, the colony's leader, Governor Hark, arrived. His long coat swept the ground as he walked through the crowd. His face was stern, carved with deep lines of age and authority. He raised his hand, and the ow noise fell silent. "Take her," he ordered coldly. The guards moved at once. "No," Leo shouted, stepping in front of Lyra. Sam joined him, his fists clenched. "She's not a criminal." Governor Hark's eyes narrowed at the brothers. "You are new here, you do not understand. This girl is a danger to all of us. Long ago, her kind brought ruin to colonies like ours. They spread sickness, they drained machines of power. Entire stations fell into darkness. We will not allow that here." The crowd gasped. Their fear grew stronger. Sam shook his head. "That's not true. She didn't destroy anything. You're lying." But the governor's voice was heavy with certainty. "I was there when her people were tested. Their energy burns bright, but it cannot be controlled. If we let it grow, we all die." Lyra fell to her knees. Her small frame shook. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I just wanted a friend," she whispered. Her tears glowed as they fell, small blue drops on the metal floor. The crowd whispered again, but no one stepped forward to help her, all except the two brothers. They bent down and lifted her back to her feet, standing by her side. "Then we'll control it with her," Leo said firmly. "She's not alone anymore." "She's not cursed," Sam added. "She's special. You just don't want to see it." Governor's eyes burned with anger. "Foolish boys, you don't know what you're dealing with. She will destroy you too. And when she does, we will not save you." The guards moved closer. The crowd pressed back, afraid of the glowing girl. Lyra's light flickered weakly. She wanted to run, but her legs would not move. She wanted to scream, but no sound came. Leo leaned close, whispering, "Don't be afraid, Lyra. We believe you." For the first time, she looked at them, truly looked. And in their eyes she saw no fear, no disgust, only courage. The governor raised his hand. "Enough. Take them all." The guards rushed forward, but at that very moment, the floor shook again. Blue sparks leapt from Lyra's body. The metal walls hummed like strings of a giant instrument. The guards froze in fear. The energy spread. The colony lights flickered back on, brighter than before. Machines roared to life. The dead engines in the storage bay powered up again. Screens glowed with symbols unseen in years. The people gasped. Some covered their faces, afraid of the light. Others stared in awe. The entire colony was alive again because of her. "She's not destroying us," Sam shouted, pointing at the lights. "She's saving us." The governor's face darkened. He saw the truth too. But his fear was stronger than reason. This power cannot be trusted. He bellowed, "If she loses control, we all die." But whispers spread through the crowd. Some were no longer sure. They had seen her light fix what had been broken for years. They had seen her bring energy where there was none. Lyra stood shaking, her glow fading again. She fell weak into Leo's arms. It takes too much," she whispered. "Every time I use it, I feel weaker." Leo held her close. "Don't worry, we're with you, we'll protect you." The governor's voice rose again. "No, she must be locked away before it is too late." He raised his hand to order the guards, but before he could speak another word, a deep rumble shook the ground. The colony walls trembled. Dust fell from the ceiling. Outside, a siren wailed. The guards froze, looking at one another. "What is it?" someone cried. A soldier ran in, panic in his eyes. "Governor! A storm is coming. One of the black energy storms from the void. It's heading straight for us." The crowd gasped. Fear swept through them again. Governor Hark's face turned pale. His voice shook. "Seal the colony. Brace the walls." But the systems were weak. Everyone knew it. The storm could tear the colony apart, and only one light inside the walls had the power to fight it. Everyone turned slowly toward her. The sick little alien girl, glowing faint, blue in the arms of the human brothers. The sirens screamed across the metal walls. The ground shook under the force of the coming storm. Red warning lights flashed through the colony halls. People ran in every direction. Fear spread faster than fire. Governor Hark shouted orders. "Seal every gate, strengthen the shields." Guards pushed people inside shelters. Families clung to each other. But everyone knew the truth. The colony's defenses were old. The storm could tear them apart. Leo and Sam stood near Lyra, her glow faint, her body weak from the last surge. She leaned against Leo, her breathing shallow. "It's the storm," she whispered. "It feeds on energy. It will break the walls." Sam's eyes widened. "How do you know that?" I can feel it," she answered. "The storm and we are the same kind of energy." The boys exchanged a look. The fear in her voice was real, but behind it was something else. A warning. The governor's voice cut through the noise. "Everyone into the shelters, now." His eyes burned toward Lyra. "And lock the girl in the lower bay. She will only make this worse." "No," Leo shouted, stepping forward. "She can help us." The governor glared at him. "Foolish child, you've been blinded by pity. That creature is a danger. Do you not see? The storm is her curse. It comes because of her." Gasps filled the crowd. People pulled back from Lyra. Whispers rose. "She brought it here. She'll kill us all. She's the reason for this disaster." Lyra lowered her head, glowing tears slipping down her cheeks. Maybe it's true," she whispered. Her body shook with guilt. Sam grabbed her hand. "Don't listen to them," he said fiercely. "You didn't cause this." Leo's voice was steady. "You're the only one who can stop it." The storm hit. The ground roared like a beast. The outer walls shook. The sky outside turned black. Arcs of energy slammed against the shields. Sparks burst through the colony halls. Machines flickered and died. Screams filled the air. Families crouched. In corners, guards shouted, but their weapons were useless. The shields cracked. Thin lines of light spread across the metal walls like broken glass. Lyra felt the storm in her chest. Her heart pounded with every strike. Her glow brightened and dimmed. She clutched her chest. "It's calling me," she whispered. "The storm, it wants me." Governor Hark pointed at her, his voice sharp with rage. "Take her away. Lock her up before she destroys us all." The guards moved toward her, but Leo and Sam stood in their path, their small bodies blocking the way. "You'll have to go through us first," Leo shouted. Sam raised his fists. "We won't let you hurt her." The crowd gasped. The brothers looked so small, yet their voices carried more courage than the grown men around them. The governor's face twisted. "You dare defy me?" "Yes," Leo said firmly, "because you're wrong." At that moment, the shield outside shattered. A blast of black energy tore through the colony's outer wall. Metal screamed. The lights went out, and a wave of cold wind rushed inside. People screamed. Dust and sparks filled the air. The storm was here. Lyra's body glowed brighter. Her small frame shook violently. "If I don't stop it, everyone will die," she said. Her voice cracked with fear. "But if I use too much, I'll die." Leo held her shoulders, his eyes fierce. "Then we'll stand with you, no matter what happens." Sam nodded, tears in his eyes. "You're not alone anymore," the governor shouted again. "Don't listen to them. She'll doom us all." But his voice was drowned out by the storm's roar. The black energy ripped through another section of the wall. Sparks exploded. Families cried out. The colony was breaking apart. Lyra looked at the destruction. Her small hands trembled. "I'm scared," she whispered. "We're scared too," Leo admitted. "But being scared doesn't mean we run. It means we fight together." Her glowing eyes widened. Their words cut through her fear like light through shadows. Slowly, she nodded. Her glow grew stronger. She stepped forward, standing between the storm and the terrified crowd. The guards backed away, fear on their faces. The people stared in silence. The storm screamed louder, tendrils of black energy reaching. Through the broken wall, they cracked metal, tore wires, shattered glass. But before they could reach the colony's heart, Lyra raised her hands. Blue light burst from her body. It clashed against the black energy with a thunderous roar. Sparks of white and blue danced through the air. For a moment the storm was pushed back. The crowd gasped, some cried out in awe, others in terror. "She's fighting it. She's stopping the storm." But Lyra screamed, the power tearing through her small body. Her knees buckled, her glow flickered. I can't hold it long." Leo and Sam rushed to her side. They grabbed her hands, and at once the blue light spread through them too. The warmth filled their bodies, steadying her glow. Together, the three of them pushed against the storm. The black energy writhed, striking harder, trying to break through. The walls shook again. The ground cracked, the colony groaned under the pressure, but the blue light held. For a moment, hope filled the air. The people saw it. The sick little alien girl was their only shield. The governor stood frozen, his face pale. He could no longer deny what was before his eyes. Yet still his fear whispered lies. "If she survives this, she'll grow stronger, too strong," he muttered. But no one listened. Every eye was on Lyra, the girl who was supposed to be cursed, the girl who was saving them all. The storm roared louder, stronger. The walls bent, the ground split. Lyra screamed as the energy burned. Through her, the brothers held tighter, their bodies shaking from the force. And then, with a crack like thunder, the colony's core chamber, where all power was stored, split open. The storm surged inside, a black wave ready to consume everything. Lyra fell to her knees. "It's too strong," she cried. Her glow dimmed dangerously, her breath shallow. The brothers refused to let go. Their voices shouted in unison, "We're with you, Lyra." And as the black wave crashed toward them, the three of them stood together, glowing like a single star against the darkness. The storm tore through the colony like a living beast. Black energy slammed against the walls, shaking the ground. Sparks and dust rained from the ceiling. Families screamed. Guards shouted. But at the center of it all stood a fragile, glowing girl, holding back the void with trembling hands. Lyra's body shook violently. Her glow flickered as if it might vanish. Her knees buckled, and she fell. Only the brothers' hands kept her from collapsing completely. "I can't hold it," she gasped, her voice thin, weak. "No," Leo shouted, gripping her hand tighter. "You can do this." Sam's face was pale, but his eyes burned with determination. "We'll help you, we're not letting go." Blue light surged from their hands again, wrapping around Lyra like a shield. The storm's black tendrils hissed, recoiling at the brightness. For a moment, the balance shifted. The storm was pushed back. The crowd stared, silent. Some whispered, in awe, "She's fighting it. She's saving us." But others trembled, still chained by fear. "She'll destroy herself. She's dangerous." Governor Hark stood rigid, his lips pressed in a hard line. His eyes darted between the collapsing walls and the glowing girl. Fear and anger twisted inside him. He knew the colony's machines were failing. He knew only she was holding the storm back. And still, he hated her. Lyra screamed. Her body arched. As blue energy burst out, machines all around flickered alive. Long dead lights burned bright again. Engines roared. Screens glowed with power. It was as if the storm was not only feeding on her, it was also giving her strength. Her eyes widened, glowing brighter than ever. I see it, she whispered. "I see inside the storm. It's not just destruction, it's energy, raw and endless, and I can shape it." The brothers gasped. "You mean, you can control it?" Sam asked. "I don't know," Lyra admitted, her voice trembling. "But if I try, maybe I can turn it into something else." The storm slammed again, but this time the blue light bent it aside, redirecting the force into the broken machines. Wires lit. Up with power, Generators roared awake. The colony's shields began to glow once more. The people gasped. The colony itself was coming back to life. Because of her. Governor Hark's face twisted. He shouted over the roar. "Don't trust her. She'll burn us all. This power cannot be controlled." But no one moved. No one dared interrupt what they saw. For the first time, they saw not a cursed child, but a savior. Lyra's body trembled harder. Her glow burned brighter. Too bright. Her breath came fast, her small hands shook. "It's too much," she whispered. "If I keep going, I'll die." Leo held her shoulders, his voice fierce. "Then stop, we'll find another way." But she shook her head, tears glowing on her cheeks. "If I stop, everyone will die." The storm roared louder, striking again. The colony's shields cracked once more. Families screamed, children cried, guards fired useless shots into the void. Lyra looked at the terrified faces, the helpless families, the brothers holding her hands, and she made her choice. Blue light exploded outward, brighter than anything before. It covered the walls, spread through the streets, filled the sky above the colony. The black tendrils of the storm hissed and cracked. Slowly, painfully, they began to fade. The people shielded their eyes. The storm screamed in fury. But Lyra's light pressed harder, stronger. Bending the dark into streams of power, she funneled it into the colony's core, turning destruction into life. Engines roared, shields burned brighter than they had in years. The colony glowed like a star, but Lyra's body swayed. Her knees gave out. Her glow flickered weakly. "Lyra!" Leo shouted, catching her before she fell. Sam's hands shook as he grabbed her other arm. "Stay with us, don't let go." Her eyes fluttered, her glow dimmed dangerously. I can't hold it anymore," she whispered. Then something strange happened. The glow from her body spread into the brothers, their veins lit with faint blue light. The warmth surged through them, not burning, but steadying. "What's happening?" Sam gasped. Lyra's weak voice answered. "I'm sharing it with you. You're helping me hold it." The storm shrieked one final time, then burst apart into sparks of fading energy. The black clouds tore away, leaving only silence. The colony, walls stopped shaking. The air was calm again. The storm was gone. The people emerged slowly from the shelters, their eyes wide, their faces pale. They looked at the glowing children standing in the broken hall. The sick alien girl, alive but faint, supported by the two human brothers. She saved us," someone whispered. "She turned the storm into power," another gasped. "No curse could do that." The people's fear wavered. Some felt awe, some felt shame. For the first time, doubt broke through the walls of hate, but Governor Hark's voice cut through the silence, sharp as a blade. "Do not be fooled," he shouted. His eyes burned with fury. "Yes, she fought the storm, but at what cost? She drained it, she fed it into our machines. Next time she will not stop, next time she will consume us all." The crowd murmured, fear rising again. The governor's words struck their old wounds. Lyra's glow dimmed further. She swayed weakly. In the brother's arms, her voice barely a whisper. "I don't want to hurt anyone, I only want to belong." Leo looked at the crowd, his fists clenched. "She's not your curse. She's your only hope," he shouted. "Can't you see? Without her, you'd all be dead," Sam added, his voice fierce. "She gave everything for you and still you hate her? What kind of people are you?" The crowd fell silent, torn between fear and truth. But before anyone could answer, the ground trembled again. This time, it was not the storm. It was something deeper. A low rumble shook the core of the colony. Lyra's glowing eyes widened in horror. "No," she whispered. "That wasn't the storm. That was something else. Something much worse." The colony floor rumbled like a giant waking from sleep. Dust fell from the ceilings. Cracks spread through the walls. Families screamed and clung to each other. For a moment, everyone thought the storm had returned. But Lyra shook her head weakly, her glowing eyes wide with fear. "No, this is different," she whispered. Her voice trembled. "This is not the storm. It's something far worse." The governor barked orders. "Shields up. Seal the lower gates. Guards scrambled, but the systems flickered and failed again. The blue energy Lyra had given was fading quickly. The machines could not hold. What is it? Leo asked, gripping her hand. Lyra's lips quivered. Something deep under the colony. Something that feeds on energy. My power woke it up. Sam's eyes widened. You mean, we didn't end the danger, we started it? Lyra nodded weakly. I tried to save you, but I've only uncovered the real curse. The ground shook harder. A low roar echoed from beneath. Metal plates bent upward. Heat and dust filled the air. Something ancient stirred below. The people panicked. Some shouted, "It's her fault." Others cried, "We should run." Fear surged once again. Governor Hark raised his voice, pointing at Lyra. Do you see? I warned you. Her power has awakened the darkness. She is not our savior. She is our doom. The guards moved closer, their weapons raised. The crowd muttered in agreement, their fear twisting into anger. No, Leo shouted, standing in front of Lyra. This isn't her fault. She saved you once and she can save you again. Sam's small voice was fierce. She's not your curse. She's your only chance. But the governor's voice thundered louder. She is a danger to us all. If we destroy her now, maybe we can stop what's coming. The people hesitated, torn between fear and truth. The rumbling grew louder. A massive crack split the ground open, and a surge of black fire roared out. The colony shook as if it would collapse. Out of the pit rose a dark shape, huge, shifting, made of smoke and fire. It had no face, no body, only a storm of shadows. The people froze in terror. The governor himself stumbled back. The creature's roar shook the colony to its core. Lyra's glow brightened faintly, though she was trembling and weak. It's a void beast, she whispered, born from storms, feeding on fear. If it grows stronger, it will swallow this colony whole. The crowd gasped. The governor's eyes widened in horror. For the first time, he had no orders to give. Leo turned to Lyra. Can you stop it? Her lips trembled. Not alone. It's too strong. It would drain my life in seconds. Then we'll fight with you, Sam said, his voice steady. The three of us. Together. Lyra looked at the brothers, her heart heavy with fear and hope. She nodded slowly. Together. They stood hand in hand, facing the beast. The people watched in silence. The governor sneered. Fools, you'll kill yourselves. Blue light burst from Lyra, flowing into the brothers. The void beast roared, sending black fire crashing toward them. But the light clashed against it, filling the air with sparks. The battle shook the colony blue, and black energy collided in a storm of lightning. The walls trembled, machines sparked. The people huddled together, watching the impossible fight. Leo's arms shook with the force, but he held on. Don't let go, he shouted, Sam's teeth clenched. We can do this, Lyra cried out, her glow flickering. Her body was burning from the inside, but with the brothers beside her, the light steadied. The beast roared louder, striking harder. Shadows wrapped around them, pressing closer. But the three children stood, firm, glowing like a single star, and then something changed. The crowd saw it. The black fire weakened. The beast faltered. For the first time, the people saw the truth. It was not fear that was winning. It was hope. One by one, voices rose from the crowd. She's fighting for us, and she's saving us again, and she's not cursed. She's our light. Even the guards lowered their weapons, their fear melting into awe. Governor Hark's face twisted in fury. No, don't trust her. If she wins, she'll be too powerful. She'll control us all. But his words fell empty. No one listened. The beast struck again, forcing the children to their knees. Lyra screamed, her glow dimmed, her body began to collapse. No, Leo shouted, stay with us. Sam cried, don't give up. Lyra's voice was weak. I can't hold it. Then something unexpected happened. The crowd stepped forward, people raised their hands, families, children, guards, each one focusing their will, their hope, their belief. They reached toward her, not with fear but with trust. The colony filled with voices. You're not alone, Lyra. We believe in you. Save us. and their faith poured into her like fuel. Her glow flared brighter than ever. The blue light roared like a sun. The void beast shrieked. Shadows tore apart, and with one final burst of light, it was gone. Silence fell. The colony stood glowing, safe. Alive, Lyra collapsed into the brother's arms, her glow faint but steady. Her eyes fluttered open. Did I belong? She whispered. Leo smiled through tears. Yes, Lyra, you belong. Sam held her close. You're not cursed. You're our family. The people gathered, their faces soft with awe and shame. They had feared her, hated her, but now they saw the truth. The little alien girl was not their doom. She was their hope. Governor Hark stood apart, his face pale, his voice broke with bitterness. You'll regret this, he whispered. But no one listened. His power was gone. From that day, the story spread beyond the colony. Across the galaxy, they spoke of the sick alien girl who saved an entire world. And beside her were two human brothers who refused to let fear decide their hearts. It was the choice that shook the galaxy, fear or friendship, hate or hope. And humanity had chosen hope.